Yeah, that's win away from home in college is usually a pretty difficult task, but not to have any as West Virginia Tech's man-to-man ball pressure defense forces a turnover.
So on the turnover, Tech will have it. And here comes the Golden Bears on the attack.
West Virginia Tech going with going to one of their little sets here. Gunner short off the pick up top, and then a ball pick for him.
And Short with a path to the basket, puts it up, doesn't go, but he draws the foul. That was a nice little curl they ran there at the head of the lane, and as you mentioned, Short came off that screen and went hard to the hoop.
Yeah, after a time, West Virginia Tech likes to play a lot of 4 out or 5 out, but after the timeout, James Long likes to go to a set, and that was a down pick for Gunner Short, and when he got the ball at the top, they set a ball pick for him. So if they mess up on the down pick, Short has the 3. If they play that pretty well and stop the 3, Short has a ball pick. So nice little set there by Tech.
So Short makes the first of 2, the back end, got them both. And right now, Tech currently on an 8-0 run.
Yeah, Oakland City's going to have to figure out how to handle this ball pressure by Tech. And that's what Tech is known for, the tremendous ball pressure.
Yeah, in the early going, 3 minutes into the game, their defense becoming into their offense. It's led to good, offensive opportunities.
Yeah, and Oakland City wants to get the ball inside, but a good way to stop that is ball pressure. Don't let the passer see the inside man.
Here's a 3-ball coming up for Tech. Splash down. A 3 is hit that time by Johnson.
Andres Johnson led the country last year in three-point percentage. Big-time shooter when his feet set. Just think about counting it.
11-0 run right now for Tech. We're almost 4 minutes into this first half.
Yeah, this is has the capabilities of getting ugly quickly.
Here's a 3-ball by Oakland City. It's no good, and on the rebound we have a Tech foul.
Yeah, and I think that was the right call. They got Andreas Johnson there. He had position on the box out as we look at Johnson on the other end. Dead-eye shooter, left his hand, he's already backpedaling. But they got Johnson on the pick, boxing out, but after that offensive player going for the rebound leaves his feet, you can't undercut him and box him out. And college officials will catch that every time.
And there's a whistle on the inbounds play. It's going to be another foul on Tech as that last miss was
trapped in the Beckley area for a couple days with the snowstorm, and they started out as chilly as the weather outside.
So Thomas Haley into the game. He'll put the ball in play for Tech as they inbound side out here. Short with it now. Gets into the lane, turns around, spins off the glass, no good, and draws the foul.
Interesting fact here, Maris. Gunner Short, I believe, was recruited at Rio Grande by Ken French, the Oakland City coach. And Ken French, Ryan Arrowwood took over at Rio Grande, and Gunner Short transferred up to West Virginia Tech.
Free throw was good by Short. Yep, he was King able to spot up and drain the three ball. And right now, Tech has doubled him up. They've been very impressed with Tech's defense here in this first half. Around the horn they go. Here's Sanford with a three in the left corner.
Yeah, Jacob Sanford. 2 straight threes for Oakland City, and timeout, full timeout for West Virginia Tech.
So we'll take it with them with 13:05 for the half. Tech is in front 18-12. You're watching live streaming coverage of WU Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
And we welcome you back to Summersville. Out of the timeout, Tech has it. Working the ball around the perimeter. It's a nice drive into the lane and a nice finish. Nice dribble drive by Hayes.
Yeah, Javante Hayes getting to the left hand. Really strong going to the basket. Excellent shooter. Real tough competitor. Javante Hayes giving Tech good minutes as Tech continues with the tough man-to-man on-the-ball pressure, and they get a foul on King that time.
Yeah, you know, Bob, I was going to say, when you play as aggressive as Tech has played, eventually you're going to the fouls probably will eventually start to mount up.
Right, and you know, Tech has already played 8 people early in this game, and as we spoke about earlier, Tech's leading scorer, Tamon Scruggs, over there in street clothes today, so they have some scoring to make up, but Tech has the ability to have the next man up mentality.
There's Oakland City working the ball around the perimeter. There's a drive. They try to get the ball in the paint. Nice defense, and they're going to call a Tech foul. They had a triple team in the low post there. The ball went inside to Prister, and he draws the foul.
Yeah. You know, Ken French coaching in Indiana, and traditionally Indiana's known to have shooters, and he said getting here late and didn't really have the shooters to play the style that he wants to play. And so they're really trying to pound the ball inside to the post. And he said he'll have his shooters out there next year.
And I guess that's the thing, Bob, as you well know, for coaching as long as you did in NAI, when your days at Mountain State, is the next free throw is good. He got them both. I guess that's the thing. When you first take over a program, like in this case of Oakland City, and you don't have all your guys, you really have to be patient until you can actually put your blueprint on the team.
And you know, if you're hired in March, you got a chance at it. But when you're hired in July or August,
your team's almost already what you inherit. That's what you got. Is Tech will throw the ball away. Nope, it'll stay with Tech. I beg your pardon. I thought the ball was knocked out of bounds, as did Oakland City. I thought that Tech was the last to touch it, but apparently not.
May have been. Apparently they get one wrong every once in a while.
Well, but here's the thing, Bob, you know, here's what I've always said, and you've heard in the games you and I have worked together, there might be 150 officials in the building, but only 3 of them count. So with a new clock and down into single digits for the first time for Tech, and there's a travel. And I think if the clock had not been running down, Short may not have forced that shot.
He probably wouldn't have, but they definitely got him with the slide of the pivot foot.
So we got a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll take it with them. 11:57 for the opening half. And WVU Tech up 20-14. You're watching live streaming coverage of Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And welcome back to Summersville with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry. And Bob, for the first 12 minutes and 3 seconds, Tech has started this game really hot. Tech is 6 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 downtown, and made all 6 of their foul shots.
Tech really shooting the ball well, but nice little run by Oklahoma. You got me saying it.
I know it.
Oakland City to get back in the game. Oklahoma City was a big rival of ours at Mountain State, and traditional NAIA powerhouse.
There's a nice drive to the basket and a foul. That's a good take off the dribble. And Prister will get to the line. Prister entered the game averaging 6 a game. and really like his take by putting the ball on the deck and getting into the center of the lane.
Yeah, good, strong move, able to draw the foul.
And, they've been perfect at the line as well. And as soon as I say that, once again, they miss it. So they were 4-4 prior to that miss right there. As checking into the Tech lineup will be Philip Mullins, averaging 5.5 points per game. Here's Prister on the back end of the two-shot opportunity. Makes 1 of 2. And have cut the Tech lead to 5. Biggest lead's been 11. So here's Tech on the attack.
Yeah, Tech likes to use multiple players from the point guard position.
There's a nice drive to the basket and heartbreak in and out, but the putback. And I think that was Mullins on the putback.
It was Philip Mullins. Tech uses a lot of lineups with like-sized players, and that enables them to switch all picks and put a lot of ball pressure on the dribbler.
And another thing too, Bob, and I would imagine this would be the case when you play as aggressive defense as Tech does, and you get guys in foul trouble and wearing them down. Here's a tough shot on the drive, no good as Mullins clears. You're going to have to play multiple players.
Yeah, Tech, they play defense very aggressively.
It's a nice post, little short shot is good. That was a great job by Short getting to the rim.
Yeah, Gunnar Short, more well known for the long ball, able to get to the basket there, strong move.
So here's Oakland City on the drive. Maybe looking for a backdoor cut, wasn't there. Got 7 to shoot. Good defense by Tech. And really good defense as Oakland City doesn't even get a shot off.
Yeah, Tech really strong on the defensive end, getting after it today.
And here's Short. He's directing traffic. He wants a ball screen at the head of the lane. And he'll spot up and shoot the 3. Got it from way downtown.
Now that's what Short is known for. Shooting the 3, more of a catch-and-shoot guy, but that time taking it off the ball pick, knocking down the 3 off the bounce.
It's a mini 7-0 run by Tech. They have their largest lead of the game right here at 12. We've gone under 10 minutes here for the first half. But Tech's defense has been really good here in this first half of the first half. Clock running down again. The shot is no good and bailed out with a foul right as the shot was put up with about 2 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's another one of those result-oriented fouls. We look at the instant replay. Gunnar Short from deep.
Well, Bob, let me ask you this, and since you said you like that, but if you were the coach of Tech, you probably wouldn't have liked that call at that time.
No.
You only like it when it goes for you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Spoken like a true coach.
I know what the refs are doing there, and there are times of the game you can appreciate it, and there are times like that one maybe where Tech didn't think there was any contact, but you see that much more in the college game than you do the high school because they're better officials and they're more seasoned officials. Well,
and the players obviously are too. And I'm all for the contact as long as it doesn't affect the shot, as you mentioned earlier.
And that's exactly what the refs are doing. And to get an and one in the college game, you got to get a real and one. Now, if that ball rolls off the end, like right there, too much contact. They let the first bump go, and then the defender for Oakland City just kept the contact going, Julio Lopez, and they called the foul on him.
That'll be a common foul, so it'll be out of bounds play to Tech. That's only the 5th team foul on Oakland City. Tech has already committed 18 fouls. And here's Mullins with it. They try to run a pick and roll. A lot of contact down low, and they're going to call another foul on Oakland City.
Yeah, Lopez with 2 fouls in 10 seconds, and didn't think he committed either one of them.
Well, players that when they call foul, no player thinks they ever commit a foul. And they were, jostling for position in the low post there. And here's Mullins getting into the lane, and he turns it over. But Tech does a good job getting back in transition. And they get the steal. Good job by the Golden Bears.
Yeah, Andreas Johnson, good defense. Quick hands.
There's a ball screen head of the lane. Mullins attacks the basket off the glass and scores.
Philip Mullins reliving his Chapmanville days, state champion, multiple state champions at Chapmanville. Sweet little kiss off the glass.
Yeah, that looked like a state championship shot right there, and the biggest lead of the game right here at 14. Whip the ball across the way. Maybe a little push off. No whistle. Into the lane, a little short shot, and that doesn't even draw iron, nothing but glass.
Yeah, this Oakland City's in a spot right now where this could get ugly in a hurry.
Here's a three ball from the left corner. Back iron, no good. And that shot was taken by Hayes, and back the other way comes Oakland City.
Talk about Chapman. Two of his teammates are playing for Marshall. Obina and Achille Killen being one of them who's leading the country in block shots. And another one was playing for Rio Grande, and he's since left the team here recently.
What power move inside by Schmittler, able to finish right of the lane, and we have a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, Schmittler with a nice power move inside. 30-second timeout.
And let's see, I think that's a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, a little general replay here. Schmittler gets the double team. Nice little nudge with his shoulder. Good, strong move.
So, Bob, while we got a minute, and I know you're very familiar, obviously, with all of basketball, and especially here on the NAI level, but how about on the Division I level? There are so many teams, and you look at Baylor and Gonzaga, the two teams that played in the national championship last year, and, of course, they're still two of, I don't know how many favorites you could say, but you can correct me or have it. I don't see any team that's really dominant in Division I that say this is the team to beat. What's your take on that?
No, I haven't followed it that much. I mean, I've been doing a game almost every night of the week, and from what I've read, Gonzaga should be the top dog.
Well, they're very good, no question.
With all their returning players, and but really, I like following this level, like following Conference USA level, just games that I do, maybe some Southern Conference, but I can't tell you that I've watched a major college Division I game this year.
All right, well, I'm going to pick your brain on something else here in a minute. Here's a pass down low.
Oh, nice pass.
Nice, and a contact and the hoop and the harm.
Boy, Gunnar Short is showing you that he's not just a three-point shooter. And, he took a year and a half off, Maris. And watch this move. Boy, Gunnar Short back cut, draws the contact, little reverse. He took a year and a half off, and he was a big-time scorer at Rio Grande. And just kind of getting his feet wet early in this season. And he was really just a catch-and-shoot three-point guy. Not now. I mean, he's doing it all right now.
One of the baskets that I must have called a three was a two, because I have the score should be 32-17, but it's actually 31-17.
Yeah, Gunnar Short has been really impressive today.
Around the horn is Oakland City. There's a backdoor cut, and the ball's thrown behind the intended receiver going to the basket, and back the other way comes Tech. Nice drive on the baseline, head fake, up, and missed the shot. That was a nice take that time by Johnson, but he couldn't finish. And back the other way, Oakland City, a reverse layup up and in, and that bucket is by Clark.
Yeah, nice little reverse layup there for Clark. Javante Hayes probably playing more of a major role today with Tamon Scruggs not being in uniform. And I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Hayes' intensity. He gets it done on the defensive end. Good team player, makes the right play, makes the extra pass. Right now, the way Short's got it going, he's doing a good job just getting Short the ball.
So over the limit in fouls is Oakland City, and that'll be free throw time for Tech with 6:40 remaining in the half, a 12-point lead.
And I guess Maris Tech's live stats not working today on their website, and that's always a luxury to have on these college games. And
this will drive coaches wild, Bob, when your opposing team misses a free throw and then they still get the rebound.
Yeah.
They get it down inside, and a finish is good.
And there was Gunnar Short recognizing the mismatch inside. Thomas Haley had a guard on him, and just get the ball into him, let Haley go to work.
Yeah, mismatch and able to score really down low right at the rim.
See, the advantage of Haley, he's a post player offensively, but defensively he can guard 1 through 5. He steps out on the perimeter terrifically.
That's a tough shot. That was really good defense and a little bit better offense by Sanford, able to knock that shot down.
Yeah, Jacob Stanford with the contested mid-range jumper, trying to keep Oakland City within striking distance.
Well, Bob, let me ask you a little bit. I know as much Conference USA as you do cover with Marshall. Give me the team that you think that could do some work in the NCAA tournament from Conference USA as Short misses the shot.
Ooh, Maris, I haven't seen one yet that could do any work for them.
Not
yet.
There may not be one yet.
Yeah, I haven't got to see any yet that I'd say they would be a danger in the NCAA tournament. I'll tell you what, on the NAIA level, Tech being ranked 23rd right now, which is not a great seed. As we look at the instant replay here, nice strong move, good little mid-range jumper off the double team. West Virginia Tech could be a contender.
All right, as we got a timeout on the floor, we'll take it with them. You're watching live streaming coverage of WU Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
Yeah, bring us another one.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Back in Summersville, West Virginia with Bob Bola and I'm Maris Lowry. 5:18 remaining here in the opening half. And it's a 12-point game. And, even though Bob Tech has had the lead pretty much the entire first half, they just have not been able to shake this Oakland City team.
Well, and Oakland City, their style of defense, Tech likes to take more than 4 threes. They've taken 18 field goals and only 4 of them have been threes. And a lot of Tech's games, that number's close to 50%.
And there's a rejection at the rim. Nice job by Tech. Nice defense to swat that out of there. That play was made by Haley, and he has the ball now for Tech. And I think the big man tried to be a guard that time, and probably not a good idea for the big man to try to be a guard and turns it over. And we got a charge. Good defense by Tech back in transition.
Oh, terrific defense here. Going back to the last play, the block by Haley, and then the very next possession, Ashton Parker stepping in, taking the charge.
And let's see, we got a substitution checking into the game for Oakland City. But, Bob, I'm sure you know as a coach, you love to see that. Your big guy, being a rim protector, getting a block on one end, but then you don't want to see him trying to be a guard as he turned it over back on the other.
Yeah, but, that's his strength. Like right now, facing the basket. Tech plays 5 on the perimeter, so their big men step up and go outside the perimeter out there. It's your big-time shooter.
Yeah, it's a deep three that time put up by Johnson, and Oakland City comes out of there with the rebound. They get the ball down low, and Smittler able to finish right of the lane.
Yeah, nice entry pass. Smittler cuts it down to 10. You see Gunner Short and Javante Hayes, soon as that lead hits 10, coming back in the game.
And dialing up from distance is King, a 3-ball.
Yeah, Keandre King getting those feet set behind the arc, knocking down another 3.
Boy, he's got a nice shot. When he shot that in front of us, you could see the rotation on that ball. I knew the minute it left his hand, it was going in.
Yeah, King's 2 for 2 tonight.
So Oakland City trying to get the ball in the post. Good Tech defense, good drive. It's going to be a foul on Tech, and that'll be free throws because Tech is over the limit. So it'll be one and one time as the scoreboard just went out here, and now it's back up on. As we watch this 3 we talked about last possession.
Yeah, King with the deep 3, knocking it down.
So this is the double bonus now, so it'll be 2 shots for Oakland City. And getting to the free throw line will be Abdul Worry. And the first free throw is no good. So for Oakland City, they are 5 of 9 at the free throw. With that free throw made, make it 6 of 10. And it's still a 12-point advantage for Tech with possession of the ball coming down the stretch here inside of the last 4 minutes of the first half.
I think Tech would like to get a bucket for Gunner Short or get him a look at the basket here this possession.
And he's trying to take his man off the dribble, backing him down into post, shake and bake move with the left hand, comes up a little short. He had a nice little move, and there's a foul on Tech, and we'll go back the other way and shoot free throws. So, Bob, we talked about this in the early part of the game, where as aggressive as Tech is, the fouls start to mount up, and now this is a way for Oakland City to get back in the game by being able to knock down free throws.
Oh, yes, it is. And, Worry getting to the line last time, you could just see in his game the foreign aspect of his game, and he's out of London and able to get up there last time.
This is Schmittler at the line. He knocks that free throw down. And the second free throw is good. He got them both. So Tech with possession and leading by 10.
Now Oakland City, as long as they stay around that 10 mark, they're not a pressing team. And Coach Ken French does not want to go to his full court stuff against all the ball handlers that Tech can put on the floor.
Here's Tech in the post. And whipped around the horn. Down 8 on the shot clock, into the lane. Count if it goes. Nope, they call an offensive foul. And it'll go back the other way. And here's a chance for Oakland City, Bob, to get within single digits.
Yeah, Javante Hayes. Let's take a look here. I don't know about that one, but yeah, that's what it's. Hayes likes contact, and I didn't really see the push off there, but and matter of fact, it's just Oakland City ball. That's the way it goes.
So, like I said, this is a big possession. They haven't been down by single digits in a long time in this game. There's a drive to the basket. And we're going to have a Tech foul. It'll be more free throws coming up for Oakland City.
Yeah, that was Ashton Parker sliding over. And let's see, Parker was outside the restricted area, and being the secondary defender, he has to be there. But the referee deemed he was still sliding to the left a little bit and called the blocking foul.
So Sims will get to the line to shoot 2, and an opportunity to get the deficit to single digits as the first free throw is good. Trims the lead to 9.
Yeah, Sims shooting 83% on the year. Good free throw shooter. Able to step up there, get his routine going.
Got them both. So the lead is 8.
I think here at the Summersville Armory, new clock, new this, clock guy using it. The shot clocks went off a couple times. The horn's been a little late on free throws. What a nice facility.
Yeah, oh, great facility here in Summersville. There's a nice drive to the basket. Reverse is no good. That shot was put up by Hayes. He couldn't finish. Back the other way. Count if it goes, it goes. And one. And Oakland City tried to make a nice push here before the end of the first half.
Yeah, great pass by Jamarcus Clark. Schmittler running the floor as we take a look. Look at the two-hand length of the floor pass right on the money. And Schmittler gets the and one opportunity. Lead cut to 6.
And have a chance to cut it to 5, and they haven't been within 5 as he does since it was 20 to 15.
Man, this is important here. Let's see what this call is. Oh, my goodness. If that's against Tech.
And we're going to watch it right here.
It was. They got Tech there on the foul. So that was one 3-point play. Now we get the opportunity for a rare 5-point play. They had an and one play, and now a foul on the offensive rebound that was against the young man from Wheeling Park, Keandra King. Ooh, they can cut 5 points into the lead in the matter of 2 seconds. That's a big-time call there. Wow.
Yeah, because I'm looking back as I keep a running score. They're within 4 since it was 6-2.
Wow. And Coach James Long not real happy with that call.
Biggest lead was 14 in the first half. It's now been trimmed to only 3. Here's Johnson with it. Here's Hayes. Short backing his way down the low post, spins, puts up a shot off the glass and scores. That was a difficult shot and a nice finish.
Yeah, Short, again, showing he's more than a shooter, and those are moves and clear outs usually reserved for Tamon Scruggs. And Short getting a lot of the shots that way this semester. As we look at the replay, 1 fake, 2 fakes, and then up and under the old okie dokie from the 60s. What do you think? That's an old school move.
That is, Bob. You know, that's playground ball right there.
Yeah, that was old.
That was back in I know you say not your days, but our days we had chain nets on the playground. Here's a 3 ball put up, back iron no good. Johnson put up that 3. And back the other way comes Oakland City. Crossover move, a lot of contact. Puts the shot up. It doesn't go, but there'll be free throws in. The fouls have really started to mount up on Tech.
And they have, and as aggressively as Tech plays, you know, that happens a lot at the end of the half. Look at the and one. Boy, that's a close one. Close one going against there, and they're calling it close on both ends.
Yeah, that was a nice take by Clark, and he'll shoot 2 for Oakland City.
I think if Kenny French could get to this dressing room under 5, and he would think that would be a real success.
Yeah, like I said, biggest lead has been 14, and it's now been cut to 4. And if Clark can hit the back end of this 2-shot opportunity, which he does, it cuts it to 3. So let's see how what Tech will do on this possession, and that's a pretty good play by having Gunner going right to the rim, but he couldn't finish. And Clark skies for the rebound for Oakland City.
Now you can see Oakland City playing with a lot more confidence than they did early in the game.
There's Clark with it, shaking and baking. A little floater from the foul line, gets a roll. And Oakland City has cut the lead to 1 point as we come down to the final minute of the first half.
Difficult shot from that far out.
And we got a foul. And it was a late whistle, but I did think that was a foul.
Oh, yeah. These refs have been on that. And on the other end, you very seldom see a one-legged shot from outside of 15 feet as Mullins. Defender is in good position, but defender, the rule of verticality, the defender's arms were not vertical. Therefore, when the contact occurs, the foul's called.
So Mullins at the line.
And this was the previous move. The one-handed floater from 16 feet. You usually see that shot from 8 to 10 feet. Wow. Yeah. A very difficult shot. And
both free throws by Mullins were missed. And how about this, Bob? In the last 40 seconds of the half, Oakland City a chance to take their first lead of the game.
Now, they could go 2 for 1 here, but they're kind of a patient team. Yep, they did.
Clark with a nice move to the basket, and he scores.
Yeah, Jamarcus Clark gives them the lead. And even just as important, gave him a 2 for 1. Maybe there's a 4-second differential.
But Tech had led the entire way to that last basket, and Oakland City has their first lead of the game. So Tech is led by many as 14 in the first half. Here's a nice spin move and a finish by Mullins to regain the lead.
Yeah, Oakland City, barring a turnover, should get the last shot here, the last possession of the half.
They got to know the clock. 3 seconds. Here's a take off the window, too strong. And we've had a very entertaining first half. At the break, it's a 1-point lead for West Virginia Tech, 40-39. You're watching live streaming coverage of Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience. 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip when you taste the peppermint chip pieces. It's like catching snowflakes on your tongue, and it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Summersville, West Virginia with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry, and we got a good one in this NAIA college game. It is WVU Tech. Their 13-game winning streak on the line, and they have a 1-point advantage over Oakland City, Indiana, 40-39. And, Bob, as we take a look at some of the individual and team totals, first of all, for Oakland City in that first half, they were 11 of 23 from the floor, just 2 of 3 downtown. But they got to the line 19 times, making 15. And we talked about that as aggressive as Tech was, and Oakland City able to shoot 19 free throws in that first half.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that is attributed to Oakland City really trying to get the ball into the paint, whether by the bounce or by the post-entry pass.
On the flip side, as we take a look at Tech, they shot it well from the floor, 15 of 26, 3 of 7 downtown, and got to the line only 10 times, making 7. So 9 more free throws attempted by Oakland City, and that helped get Oakland City back in the game because they trailed as many as 14, and they did even take the lead, and now Tech able to regain the lead at the break. But it has been a very entertaining first half.
It has, and I would say Tech having Andrew work on the bench for 13 minutes. He only played 7 minutes and he had 6 points. So I don't know how many minutes this year they've had Work and Scruggs both on the bench for an extended amount of time. And they're two real key components for how Tech operates, and it's showing in the score. Because I think when Work went out, Tech had a very comfortable lead. And, he had 2 fouls. So maybe that was James Long protecting him from the 3rd foul. But Work only playing 7 minutes was a big factor.
Yeah, and Bob, obviously on any level, whenever you pull 23 points out of your offense without Scruggs like Tech's doing here today, obviously you're going to feel the effects from it.
Yeah, that's a good point. And, Tech has scores, but they rely on those two. The shooters rely on Work beating his man off the dribble, and then Scruggs does it all. He scored 1,500 points. He scores from the post area. He scores from the 3. He has a great right-left crossover dribble. And I believe Tech is exactly like what you said, feeling the effects of not having Scruggs, but then also of not having Works for 13 minutes.
We'll go ahead and take another halftime break. When we come back, we'll have Bob kind of give you an idea of maybe what we're expected to see in the second half, but it's been a very tight, entertaining game right now here at the break with West Virginia Tech, winners of 13 in a row, trying to extend that winning streak. They have a 1-point advantage over Oakland City, Indiana, 40-39. Glad you're with us here this afternoon, as this is live streaming coverage of Tech basketball on Video Productions.
Beckley Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is that first sip, when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue. And it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Summersville with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry. At the break, a 1-point lead for Tech. They lead Oakland City from Indiana 40-39. Tech is on a 13-game winning streak, Bob, and trying to extend that to 14 in a row. But, you know, as I'm going back during the break, and I was looking at the score sheet, for the first 20 minutes, Tech pretty much slid all but about 30 seconds of that half, and then Oakland City made a nice run and even took the lead, and Tech up by 1. So, Bob, what do you think we're going to see in the second half?
Well, I'm sure James Long was not happy at halftime, and he'll make some adjustments. Works will be back in the game to give Tech that extra driver. I'm looking for Works out there right now. Okay, I see him. And I think he'll be back in the game, and Tech will make the adjustment. James Long's been able to do that all year, but, just you're playing a home game an hour away from home. There's nobody in the bleachers. You've been off for the weather. It's cold, snowy outside. Just a really odd, eerie feeling. And, Oakland City, they're for 6 hours from here, so they didn't have people coming anyway. So Tech did not have that crowd to feed off of, and they're going to have to feed off each other this second half.
Well, Oakland City, they entered this game 6-14, and they have not won a game away from home. And when they were down 14, to come back and then take the lead and now only be down by 1, I think they have to really be happy with themselves.
Oh, I do too. I think, I thought he would be happy if he was within 5 at halftime, and to only be down 1. And, Oklahoma City getting out here,
I know I got you started on that.
Oakland City, Oklahoma City beat us in the national championship 75-72, so I still can't stand them. So if I say something bad about them. Anyway, Oakland City getting out here a little late, only 2 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock. Cold day, probably didn't have a shoot-around for such an early game. But I'd like to get them out there about the 5-minute mark, get sweating. Again, we'll see if that has any effect on their start here to the second half.
Well, obviously with college playing, 20-minute halves, and I don't know if you break it down into 4 or 5-minute segments, but I think if you're Oakland City, I think you have to look at the first 5 minutes of the second half to see if you can really hang in there and make a real push coming down the stretch.
Oh, I think that's definitely when you're 0 for on the road the whole year. You just want to stay in the game as long as you can and maybe go for it there at the end and win it. And, Ken French doing a great job today, getting here back a little closer to his roots, and team's playing really well. I see James Long over there with Short right now sitting on the bench drawing some stuff up. So Short will definitely, with Scruggs out, be the focal point of the offense. But just see how much Andrew Works' driving ability will help West Virginia Tech here in the second half.
Yeah, we're moments away from getting the second half started. And, Bob, one of the key numbers that I thought was really important, and we mentioned this in an earlier segment, was the free throws taken by Oakland City in the first half. They attempted 19 and they made 15. Tech got to the line 10 times and they made 7. And I thought that was really a big deal because Tech only made one more 3-ball, 3-2 with Oakland City. So I thought free throws is what really kept Oakland City around in that first half.
Yeah, and Oakland City limiting Tech to only 7 3-point shots. So they're running Tech off of the 3-point line, making them drivers, and Tech really relies on shooting the 3 as a big part of their offense. So I give Oakland City credit for their defensive strategy and then credit for the run they made. And it's yet to be seen if they can make that run with Works on the court. we'll see. I'm sure Works will be starting the second half.
Well, Bob, let me pick your brain about something else. And I've been asked this for college basketball. Do you think they should ever go to quarters instead of halves, maybe 10-minute quarters? I know the women's game does that on the college side. Do you think the men's game should ever do that?
The only thing I like about it is the free throws. You're shooting at 5.
Right.
So, really, you're shooting at 10.
Right.
But when it's by halves, I don't know. I think it's a very interesting concept.
Because, I did hear something.
Oh, what a play.
And they missed the shot. You're right. They got a nice play and loose ball, and they battled for it down on the floor, and we got a whistle. And what do we got? Maybe a timeout. Or maybe we got a foul.
And then there's another advantage of Andrew. A beautiful play coming. That gets you as a coach to set this play up during halftime. Here's the back pick, wide open dunk, and miss the bunny. And James Long does a great job with this new age coach not going crazy when they miss a dunk. I give him a little credit.
That is a new age thing, isn't it, Bob?
Not lying.
There's another foul so quickly, not even a minute into the second half, and Oakland City has already committed 2 quick team fouls.
Yeah, and James Long, if they're going to run Tech off the 3, James Long is going to put them in places where they're driving to the basket, and a lot of that will be Andrew Work.
You're talking about
a clear out here for Work.
You talk about new age coaches. Yeah, there's not very many of the Bobby Knight type coaches like that. I guess even on the higher Division I level like that anymore.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God there's not many Bobby Knights left.
A nice finish at the rim.
There's Work.
Yep.
Now there's his value. When he gets to the basket, he finishes, with strong moves. 8 points, and he's only played 7 minutes and 45 seconds in the game.
And, Bob, speaking of Bob Knight, and, obviously his X's and O's were great, but, I didn't know how he ever survived throwing that chair back in 1985. There's a foul down low. You wouldn't think even in 1985 any coach would be able to survive throwing a chair as we watch the replay here.
Yeah, Andrew Work, quickness, strength, able to get to the basket. Andrew Work started out his career as a 4-man at West Virginia Tech. Now he's a point guard, and I like him.
First free throw is no good. So this is the 20th free throw, and that will be the 21st free throw taken by Oakland City in this game.
Yeah, these refs must, they've been on the road a couple of days. They must not want to go home see their wives, all these fouls they're calling. They must want to stay out here. Nah, they're doing a good job.
Yeah, those free throws were missed. And there's a nice pass inside front of the rim, and he couldn't finish. Boy, that was a nice play, and just the shot not able to go down that time for Haley. And back the other way on the drive, there'll be a foul on Tech.
Yeah, Gunner Short was in position, but he turned sideways, didn't take the charge. Got the blocking call as we look at the replay. Short's there, and I just kind of turned sideways, didn't take it. Now, if you're James Long, you're sitting there thinking, okay, Thomas Haley, we've ran 2 sets for you. We've got you 2 bunnies, and you're 0 for 2.
Right, you missed both of them.
That's it, baby. That's it. We're going somewhere else. And Haley's a good player, but if he runs the 3rd set for Haley, that's his guy.
Yeah, and he better make it, right?
If you go 0 for 2, I don't think this one's going. This one's picks for Gunner Short or clear out for Works.
And Sims able to make both free throws to trim the lead to 1.
All spread. There's a clear out for Short. And then here comes off the pick, Javante Hayes.
They're looking for Haley in the post, and that's where they go. Backs his man down, and he finishes.
All right, he looks at Coach. Now, I got you, Coach. So that's definitely an advantage he thought of halftime. Hey, Haley's too strong for him inside. Let's go to him. Even though he was 0 for his first 2, they still went back to him.
Here's a tough shot by Sims. It's an air ball. It was really good defense by Tech. And here's Haley getting fouled at midcourt. And like I said, the fouls are starting to mount up.
Yeah, Haley, if they're not going to double him down there, which they're not, they're running Tech off the three-point line. Haley got to take 2 or 3 dribbles, may go to him again. Haley's only averaging 7.6 per contest, but the way they're running Tech off the 3, this could be Haley's career high here today.
So it looked like Haley was trying to set a screen as they get to the rim. The ball's knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, and Works already had Schmittler on him. So they don't want the screen. I mean, Work already had the best mismatch, and he's got him again. Let's just spread it for Work. Work's got the center guarding him, and Work's a point guard.
There's a deep three. That is no good. Short missing that three. And actually, that time Short was a little long.
Yeah.
And Oakland City back the other way, trying to get within one or perhaps tie it with the three ball. Nice, maybe a little push off. They get away with it. That's what I like about the college game. Here's a three for the tie. No good, and Haley clears the rebound. Haley going coast to coast. Contact, runs over the defender, and they get him for an offensive foul.
Yeah, great job. Great job by Oakland City there, taking the charge. Perfect position. Let's take a look at that. Boom, boom. Good job. Excellent call. Charge on the play. Maris, when I look at these two rims, the rim Tech is going to this half, looks like the front is up much more than the other rim. Looks like a shooter's rim, and those rims, when they haven't been dunked on much, like there's not many games played here.
Right.
And if they do, it's a high school game, there's not many dunks. That rim just, looks like a hard rim to shoot on the end Tech's going to this half.
Here's a three ball for the tie is good. That three ball hit by Clark, and we're all even.
Yeah, Clark, the leading scorer on the team, knocking down another big three-point shot.
Trying to get the ball to Haley. They turn it over. Oakland City with a chance to regain the lead with a three, and they do.
And then on this end down here, I thought the end Oakland City's going to this half is the shooter's rim. And so Clark putting that down. Look at him off the dribble on the instant replay.
Tech will call a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them. A 3-point advantage, 47-44 for Oakland City as we watch the three that gave them the lead. You're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
Welcome back to Summersville, and out of the timeout. Tech will have the ball, but Tech in the first half, Bob, led for pretty much all but like 30 seconds and then regained the lead at the break. But here through the first three and some change in the second half, Oakland City has come out and they've got a 3-point lead now.
Yeah, Oakland City out shooting Tech from behind the arc, and you would have never thought that before this game started. And Tech with a 24-14 points in the paint advantage. Teams are playing each other's style here.
And here is Short with a nice take to the rim and a nice finish.
Yeah, Oakland City is sticking with their game plan. They're not going to help off of shooters. They're going to live with that.
So Oakland City, winners of only 6 games, 6-14, have yet to win away from home, trying to make it their first road victory here this afternoon. And they're giving Tech a battle. Power move, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
Yeah, easy call. By the officials, has dropped his shoulder. The young man from London, Abdul Worry, like a good move early, but then he's created, just drops that shoulder. Easy call.
Yeah, and Bob, I think you'd agree. I think he could have scored without dropping his shoulder.
Yeah, he that brings Worry to the bench there. We'll have to check that and see how many fouls that is on him, but Worry's been doing a good job on the board, so that's a huge loss for Oakland City.
So here's Tech with a chance to regain the lead on this possession. And here's Johnson for the lead. He got it. The 3 ball.
Yeah, Andreas Johnson, feet set, the BEEF acronym, balance, eyes, elbow, and follow through.
Here's Schmittler down low, puts up the short shot and scores to tie the game.
Yeah, Schmittler's very crafty near the basket. We got a good one going here, Maris.
We do. And, it looked like Tech was going to run away and hide in the first half with a 14-point lead. Johnson trying to go back-to-back threes, no good. Ball's loose on the floor. It's going to be a held ball, and the arrow will be pointed toward Oakland City.
Yeah, Johnson and Gunnar Short getting the majority of the looks here as we take a look on the other end. Great pass, and look at Schmittler. A below-the-rim type player, but able to use his body and use angles to get a good look at the basket. And then on the other end, the two-man game, and Johnson knocking down the deep three.
So Tech extending their defense. We're right 5 minutes into the second half and got a tie game. And it's been a very entertaining and exciting game this afternoon. Here's a deep three for the lead. And they hustle for the rebound. It'll go out to Tech.
Yeah, if you're going to collide midair with anybody from Tech, the first one you wouldn't want to do, the two you wouldn't want to collide with is Javante Hayes and Andrew Work. And
Clark is down, but he's back up. But, Bob, I thought maybe that shot was just too deep of a shot.
Terrible shot.
Being contested, right.
Terrible shot. They could have got that at any point during the shot clock. And Oakland City's done a great job of trying to get the right shot. And, Clark's their man, averaging 13 a game, but didn't think that was a good one.
So here's Tech with a chance to regain the lead. And the ball is stripped. Turnover. Back the other way comes Oakland City with a little short shot left of the lane, no good. And Johnson able to clear.
Yeah, Schmittler took off to run to the other end. He thought it was a bucket.
There's a drive down the lane with the left hand. It doesn't go, but drawing the foul. Good job by Andrew Work, and he'll get to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Andrew Work driving to the basket just looks different than the other Tech players. I mean, he's going to get really close to the basket, and he uses his strength. He's going to get to the free throw line.
So he'll try to give Tech the lead, and the free throw is good, and Tech does regain the lead with that made free throw. Tech's biggest lead was back in the first half at 29-15.
Yeah, Andrew Work only shooting 63% from the line. And for him to be All-American status, he's all-conference looking now, but he's got to get that up above 70% from the line.
Three ball for the lead is good.
Tanner Toops knocking down the deep ball. Oakland City just not known for shooting that three, really shooting it well here today.
And back on the other end, Work will draw the foul. That will be on the drive.
Yeah. Hayes drawing the help. Work came to help on their big score. And Toops knocking down the three. Great job.
So Oakland City has now regained the lead up one. Tech will have possession under their own basket.
That's 5 of 8, 63% for Oakland City behind the arc right now. That's big-time shooting.
And here's Johnson for a three, and he answers a deep three.
Andreas Johnson, feet set. Boy, he backpedals when it leaves his hand. That's what Tech wants. They want to get their threes off.
Here's another three. That's no good, and it's going to be out of bounds. It'll go off of Tech, and that's a good call.
Keandre King trying to
sell it.
Oh, yes, he was. There's the nice little pitch back. Andreas Johnson, nothing but net.
And, Bob, these players make these threes like it's nothing, but that looked like that was a really tough shot, like he was contested, and, like he was falling away.
Yeah, he led the country last year.
Off the glass, no good, and they're skying for the rebound is Tech. Johnson trying to hit another three, and does.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, Johnson's in the zone. Neither one of those last two threes came near the rim. The net barely moved. Oakland City has to get back on him, or, that's what Tech needed. They feed off their threes. It gets them motivated. That's how they like to play.
Sure, that's like instant offense. Schmittler in the low post. Strong move, and he scores right of the lane.
All these 6'6" players scoring in the post in college basketball is just really odd to me.
Yeah. And Tech turns it over. But, it's amazing as we watch the replay here is we're going to watch this.
Quick release, Mayor.
Yeah,
Boom.
just catch, shoot, boom.
Yeah.
You're right.
Has his feet, and that's a lot of coaches say you shoot with your feet. His feet were set before the ball came, and it's just a little hop while the ball's in the air and knock it down.
Yeah, if you can shoot like that, you don't have to be 6'10" to play on the collegiate level. Here's a little fall away, which is good. That's a nice shot right of the lane by Clark.
Yeah, Jamarcus Clark's showing he can score from all three levels, the mid-range game, getting all the way to the basket, and he's knocked down some big threes tonight.
Yeah, very impressed with Clark's game. Here's Johnson. He's really had the hot hand for Tech. And Hayes with it now. Pick and roll. And Hayes will get to the rim and can't finish.
Great move by Hayes there. Had a $50 move with a 5-cent finish. Not able to.
There's Clark dialing it up from three, and he knocks it down.
Boy, Jamarcus Clark is feeling it from long range. Very, very similar to the shot that we didn't like he took. Now he hits it. So as a coach, you say, good shot, buddy.
Yeah. But as we watch the instant replay, as we go to break, he got a little bit more space, though, on that shot.
He definitely did. As we look at that again, he did.
All right, we'll take a timeout as Tech's taking a timeout. 2-point lead for Oakland City. You're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
And we welcome you back to Summersville with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry, and it's been a very exciting, entertaining game, a 2-point lead for Oakland City, Bob, and both teams have shot it well. Overall, Oakland City, 18 of 36 from the floor, Tech 21 of 38 from the floor, and both have shot the three ball well. Tech 6 of 10, and 6 of 12, and Oakland City 6 of 10.
Yeah, one team is 60%.
And Haley will score and draw the foul with the left hand.
As soon as Haley gets in the game, they're going to him. They think his athletic ability is their mismatch in the post. And now, that was a planned timeout previously. Now they go to the media.
Right, immediate timeout, so we'll take it with them as we're all evened at 59. And as we go to break, we'll show you that what can be a potential and one, and we'll see that when we come back as you're watching live streaming coverage of Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. And by the way, tell them Hug sent.
And we welcome you back to Summersville with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry, and Bob, game tied at 59, but out of the break, Haley with a chance to give Tech the lead, and it's been a seesaw back and forth since about coming down the stretch at the end of the first half and definitely all through this second half.
Oh, and when you look at the stats, everything's about even except the bench points, and Oakland's up 28-16. But why? Their leading scorer, Jamarcus Clark, didn't start, so he's really not bench points. So, this thing's even everywhere you look. You look at the stat sheet, and it's hard to find a difference, and that's why it's tied up at 59. Yeah,
Haley cannot complete the three-point play and cannot give Tech the lead as they get the ball inside. I think that's a good call. It's going to be a holding foul on Haley, and I think he did foul.
Yeah, Haley thought he was going to get the deflection, and when he didn't, he stopped the layup. Probably a really smart foul by Haley, but it's going to get him a trip to the bench being in foul trouble. So,
well, probably rather, I don't know, if you're Tech, you may not want Haley to pick up that foul, but you don't want to give up the layup either, because if he doesn't do it, it's going to be a layup, right?
The coach doesn't want him to give up the layup, and then Haley going to the bench now going, why didn't I give up that layup? That's how they think, and that's fine.
And we've got another foul on the inbounds play.
Well, Ken French said he's old school with this team. Now, he plays both ways, but this team's advantage is in the post, and he may run the same Alabama's play here.
Let's see what they do.
He's really trying to get it inside. I mean, and he's shooting the three so well, but he's not going away from his strength.
That's a travel. Yep. He packed his bags, made his reservation, and called AAA. They got him for traveling.
It's just real interesting that they're Oakland City shooting 60% behind the arc, but they're taking the right ones. So they're sticking with their plan of going into the paint.
So Tech with an opportunity to regain the lead on this possession. And a nice move, getting to the rim and lay it up and in. That's a nice play.
Yeah. They ran that set for Gunner Short now probably 8 times, where he gets a down pick, comes to the top of the key. If he doesn't have a three, they set the ball pick for him. And it's been very successful tonight.
Yeah, he's been very good with that up and under, getting to the basket.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. And the fouls are starting to mount up as we watch the replay.
Yeah, and there's the pick. And Short just takes his time, ball fake, up and under. He's showing he's got a little post-up game.
Well, and that's so important, Bob, if being able to post up, being able to get your shot when a guy's, as you know, defending like that in the post.
Oh, and that's called more of a post-up off the dribble. He dribbled 2 dribbles, then turned his back, got his little step-through move.
Well, like I said, the fouls are mounting up. With 10.5 to go in the game, both teams from the next foul on will be over the limit. And here's Clark trying to dial it up from distance, and it's too strong.
Now, that was a shot clock 3 there. Running down, Clark had to do that.
There's a lot of contact, no whistle. Johnson's 3 is blocked, but he's able to get it back. Well, he probably should have shot that one as he tried to pass it. And here's a run out. Right of the lane, and a foul on Tech. That was a good hustle play. Getting back is King in transition.
Yeah, look at the long pass. Yeah, barely got there for it. I mean, we're just in a barn burner here. A lot of these games, Maris, come down to who can make their free throws and who can't. We'll see.
And like I said, with both teams over the limit, Bob, from this point on, with 10-14 to go, we could have, like I said, a bunch of free throws over the next 10-14 to decide who's going to win this game.
And Priester at the line right now, shooting 64% on the year.
So he can tie the game with this free throw here. But before this game's over, Oakland City, Bob, is probably going to shoot close to 40 foul shots.
Yeah, they're able to put them in right now. We have 62 and 63 percentage free throw shooters for both teams, knocking them down.
So a chance to regain the lead right to the rim, and a beautiful finish by Work.
The Andrew Work is just different. When he goes to the basket, it's different than everybody else in this gym going to the basket. He explodes. He's strong. And James Long's told me he doesn't think he gets the calls because he's so strong.
And another thing, like I said, there's a foul
not smart.
Tech going to be free throws. But as you talked about as we watched the replay, he is so strong. But he's got a nice soft finish.
Yeah. I mean, he just explodes. If you're not going to take the charge, get out of his way.
And they easily could have called a foul right there.
Coach Long's been upset about that all year. He says he doesn't get the calls because he's a specimen. And he's so under control driving to the basket. And he's the closest one to here. Oak Hill, West Virginia. What an advantage when you take your point guard and he's the one boxing out on the free throw. I mean, they use him well. But I'll tell you what, if he gets in the gym and gets on that gun and shoots 1,000,000 three-pointers, I mean, he could go make money playing this game. He's got to develop that three-point shot.
So here's Tech with the ball in the lead. As Short will dial it up from downtown, and it's not any good. And back the other way we come with Oakland City after that missed shot.
Yeah, Tech with an opportunity to turn this into a 2-possession game, but not able to do so.
And really, Bob, the way this game has been going, a 2 or 3 possession game seems like a big lead in this game.
Yeah, I agree totally, Maris.
Trying to get the ball in the post. Now they'll go off the dribble, and that's going to be an offensive foul. That's a real clear out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't even get away with that in the NBA.
Yeah, easy call and spin, push.
That's when we used to play on the playground. They said just take it out of bounds, right?
Yeah, Ken. Yeah, we didn't have any offensive fouls on the playground. But
no.
Ken French didn't even argue that one. Abdul Worry with the clear out, and he gets a seat on the bench. We're in a good one here.
Yeah.
And they're running everything through Gunner Short. He has his option there. Here comes the ball pick for him.
And tries to get the ball inside. As we just now dipped under 9 minutes, so we got a lot of basketball left in a very compelling and tight game. Is there going to be a timeout by Tech? It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. 2-point advantage for Tech, 63-61 with 8:58 for, I should say, regulation. As you're watching live streaming coverage here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
And we welcome you back to Summersville out of the timeout. Tech will have the possession with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry. Just a 2-point game, Bob. And, Tech led by as many as 14 back in the first half. But really since the final 5 or 6 minutes of the first half and, here into the second half, it's been very competitive.
Yeah, watch this Alabama's play, looking for Short on the cut. Good defense there.
Yeah, couldn't get it in, so
yeah,
we'll try it again.
I lost train of thought looking at these coaches and their attire on how much money I would have saved in suits over the 25 years.
Here's a 3-ball put up by Johnson.
And you see that James Long. Give James Long the assist on that. Set up that play. Alabama's got his shooter off of a down pick. Big-time call by James Long. Remember that at the end of this game, that play right there.
And, Bob, I'm going to, I know back in your day as you wore suit and tie, and I'm still a bit old school. I still like that suit and tie on coaches. Here's a 3 from the right side, too strong as Johnson clears. And now we've got a stoppage and play, an injured player. But, we see this not just on the NAI level. You see it on Division I and high school where coaches, they do kind of dress down. They don't dress up. And I know you was a little GQ back in your day when you was coaching with the suit and tie, right?
Dress down. That was a third of your salary back then you had to spend on clothes, and now they get to wear these sweatsuits and don't have to change clothes before they get on the bus. They got it made.
Yeah, I'm sure they're more comfortable like that, but still, I'm still like the suit and tie.
Yeah, COVID. We may like it, but boy, about 1 out of 10 still do it.
Yeah, a little post move. And Work goes right to the basket and finishes.
Yeah. Work is built a little different. I mean, what is he from the field now? I think he's only missed 1 shot the whole game. It's Andrew Work, that's 14 points, probably 7-8 from the field, all layups just because he's good enough to get there.
It's a 7-0 run, and there'll be a foul on Tech, and that'll be free throw time, as we mentioned, over the limit.
Yeah, and if you look at the difference, here, look at Work. If you look at the difference in philosophy, West Virginia Tech is doubling the low post every possession. Why? That's where Oakland scores. Well, on the other end, Oakland is not doubling the post ever because Tech wants to get the threes going. So big missed free throws. Yeah. They add up at the end of a game.
So here's Tech with possession and currently on a 7-0 run. And short into the lane, puts up the little short shot, can't get it to go, got his own rebound, and he puts it back up and in.
Yeah, defensive lapse there by Oakland City, and that things like that cost you the game. No way he should be able to take a 3-foot shot and get an offensive rebound.
So it's a 9-0 run right now by the Golden Bears. And it feels like a big possession as there's a foul. And it'll be free throw time, as we mentioned. Tech over the limit in fouls.
Yeah. Looking at the other end, I mean, nobody's – look, when he shot, I have no idea where Schmittler was going. He shot a 3-foot shot, and instead of stepping into the shooter, he put his head under the basket. Yeah, real mental lapse there.
And now it's the double bonus because that's 10 free throws, so it'll be 2 shots. And this shot by Toops is good, and he'll shoot the back end because it's the double bonus. But that breaks a 9-0 run by Tech. And he got them both.
Yeah, big-time run by Tech. And, Andrew Work is kind of doing the work of Tamon Scruggs right now. I mean, Tamon Scruggs, he's not a very good assistant coach. They need to get
He's a better player than he is a coach.
Yeah, they got to get that 1,500 points back on the court somehow.
And, I had an opportunity to, covering as much high school as I did to see both Work and Scruggs, in their high school career. And I knew they were going to be very outstanding players on the next level, which they are here on the NAI level. Short backing his man down into the post, leans in, and gets hit from behind, no whistle. And play on. Here's Clark with it. There's a short shot in the lane, no good. And they battle for the rebound. Tech comes out of there with it. That was a golden opportunity for Oakland City.
Worry had a bunny to cut it to 5, and now Andrew Work with a mismatch there.
And he takes it to the basket, and he draws the foul.
Now the help there, Worry blocked that with his elbow. Now, okay, they called the foul on Schmittler. Let's take a look at it. Work got to the basket. Yeah, Work used his body, drew the body contact that I didn't see before the replay. I mean, Work is just so strong. And if they're going to keep Schmittler on him, I would look for James Long to clear a side of the floor out for Work. The center on the other team is not going to be able to guard
No, it's a big
Andrew
mismatch.
Work. And I would look for Tech to go to that more. Well, now that they've taken Short out of the game, they've been going to Short all evening. Look for him to spread the floor for Work.
So Work, he made the first free throw. Second one on its way is good. He got them both to lead back to 9. So we were tied at 61, Bob, and now Tech has gone on a 11-2 run to take this 9-point lead.
Yeah, Maris learning how to win. Both these teams played well, but Oakland City, Kim French, first year there, haven't won a game on the road all year. They haven't learned how to win yet, where Tech – no foul on that one either.
It was a backdoor. Now we've got a foul the other way.
Yeah, and, when that happens right there, I just hate that tee. The ref missed the call. He got fouled going to the basket.
And there was a technical foul call, too, Bob, on the coaching staff of Oakland City.
Oh, I thought they got the foul on 35.
Well, there's a technical. The referee went over and he did the tee to the coach.
Maybe he was telling the coach who
maybe
he got a tee. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, the free throw is missed. And here comes the second free throw. So 1 of 2 is made.
Yeah. You didn't get that? Oh. Okay, well.
And on the technical, the possession will stay with Tech.
Yeah, I thought they missed the foul on the Oakland City player, and then to compound that by giving him a technical. Usually when you miss one like that, you let the guy gripe a little bit, but
of course, maybe the official didn't think he missed it. That's the problem, right?
He missed
well, the shot up by Work.
Now the same thing on that end.
Right.
There was your payback.
That was
call.
A makeup call, right? They just let it go.
Same call on both ends, but Work kept his mouth shut and didn't get a technical.
Yeah. Well, here's a 15-footer. Good. That's a nice shot.
Yeah, Tanner Toops has been playing some hoop. He's getting it done today.
They cut the Tech lead to 8. As we're coming down the stretch here to 5.5 minutes left in the game. 3 ball from the right side is good.
Keandre King, feet set. You see Andrew work, the patience of drawing the help defense, making the right play. I just like watching him play.
Nice hustle to go down on the floor for the loose ball. Do we got a timeout perhaps? Nope. Jump ball, but the possession arrow will be in Tech's favor.
Yeah, look at Work. Just taking his time. And you see the crispness of the pass. Andrew Work, big-time player for West Virginia Tech.
So we got a timeout on the floor, and we'll take it with them. 5:12 left here in the second half. 11-point advantage for Tech at 76-65. You're watching live streaming coverage of Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
The LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks and even discounts on fuel. And by the way, tell them Hug sent you.
And we welcome you back to Summersville with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry, and Bob coming down the stretch, the final 5:12 here in the second half. And it wasn't that long ago, the game was tied at 61, but since then, it's a 15-4 run for Tech, and they've opened up the 11-point lead at 76-65.
Yeah, the Andrew Work show. He only played 7 minutes the first half. He's played 12 minutes this half. 5 for 7 from the field, 7 for 8 from the line, 4 assists, no turnovers. I mean, he just a cagey veteran. I don't know what you call him. He hasn't taken a shot outside of 3 feet, but I mean, you know, if you don't have to, why? I mean, look again.
And a nice finish and a foul.
Hit his head on the floor.
Wow.
But did you see the explosion?
That one step, right reverse layup, count the basket, but more importantly is the well-being of Andrew Work.
Yeah, Andrew Work hit his head really hard on the floor.
Yeah, and I heard that thump. There's not much give on the hardwood, and they're attending him under their own basket. And let's see if he'll be able to get up and be able to shoot the free throw to try to polish off the three-point play here.
Yeah, he's not shooting that free throw.
But more importantly is his health. So let's see, they got him up. And going to make his way over to the side. But he's a gamer, though, Bob. He might want to stay in and shoot the free throw.
They'll have to call a timeout, and James Long's not going to let him shoot that free throw. But if you take a look at how high Work was up on the court, I mean, watch how high he's off the court on this play. And, nothing malicious.
Yeah, the great body control, too, as you're getting ready to watch the little general replay.
Now look, he hesitates. Now watch the explosion. And then he got caught in the lower body and landed on his head. And he's fine. He's from Oak Hill. Little dizzy, shake his head, and he'll be back out there, but not for this free throw. Now, in the college game, the difference in the college game, now there was a timeout taken, so Work could shoot it. But now look at this. Don't tell me James Long's going to be slick and put somebody else. Okay, they go to the opposing team.
And the opposing team gets to pick who's going to shoot it.
Yeah, they didn't, and that's what they're supposed to do. And he's the one that came in. What they're supposed to do is the opposing coach picks between the 4 that's left on the floor, and they didn't do that.
No, they got Haley in there to shoot the free throw.
Yeah.
So Haley will try to polish off the three-point play for Work, and he cannot. Biggest lead has been 14. The lead's up to 13 now as we're under 5 minutes coming down the stretch here in Summersville. So if you're Oakland City and there's going to be a Tech foul, what you don't want to do here, because both teams double bonus, you don't want to foul and have Oakland City a chance to cut into the lead with the clock stopped.
All right. Javante Hayes, I had a player in the early 2000s named Omar Logan. They look alike. Their demeanors alike. They're built alike. Hayes there just overly aggressive and upset. Look at him. He's at the other end of the court, upset at himself. I like him too.
And, of course, if you're going to make a comeback, you've got to start by making free throws. Yeah. And that first one was not close. And another free throw coming for Priester. But so, Bob, of all those players that you had back in the glory days of MSU, do you keep in contact with pretty much all of them?
Oh, a lot of them. Yes, a lot of them, especially the guys from the national championship team. At least once a week, they're sending you a message or doing something.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, obviously, I'm sure all coaches, as you obviously want to keep in contact with your former players that you coached.
Yeah, and then look at the scores table there, Maris. Andrew Work heading right back.
And, Bob, that's what's so great about athletics is the bond is that shot is not any good by Gunner. The bond that coaches and players and athletics, how they – have a lifelong bond, over time.
Yeah, that's true. And great hustle play by Philip Mullins there on the steal. And when we get a chance here, I'll tell you about a bond with one of these WVU Tech players.
And there's a foul out high, and over the limit is Oakland City, so that'll be free throw time for Tech.
Well, Andrew Work, and it's not the reason I like him so much. I like him so much his game, but he grew up from the time he was 2 years old attending Mountain State games, even on the road.
Wow.
His family, Don Works, and his wife would take him. I mean, we would go to some of the roughest places in America, like Barber, Scotia, and that boy was 2 years old at all those games. And, he ends up going on the same campus that Mountain State was on, but playing for WVU Tech. And he's having a brilliant career.
And, Bob, as you mentioned, the places that nobody ever heard of, when you became the coach, when I was, of course I was calling games on the high school level, but still following your team. And I was like, until you became the coach, start playing these teams, I never heard of none of these places. And most people probably in the Beckley area never heard of some of the places and schools of the teams that you played.
Yeah, well, Georgetown, Kentucky, we played national powers.
Well, that I heard of, but I mean, there was other schools. Yeah. And what I mean by that is like these NAIs, just like that shot is good, but no one had ever heard of, most people I know, Oakland City.
Yeah. Toops there with a nice bucket, and happy West Virginia Tech getting in the top 25 and doing good things, doing good things there too. And you're right, Oakland City, a lot of NAIA schools you don't hear of, but Oakland City, just go ahead and mark this down. Ken French will have them going. As we take a look at the instant replay, Toops, averaging below 6 points on the year. Let's take a look and see what Toops is doing on the year. He's had a big game tonight.
So there's a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. With 3:26 left in the game, 80-68 is the lead. And you are watching live streaming coverage of Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
4.7.
Hey, my name is Joseph, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A nuggets is they're so good every single time. You bite into that nugget, and it's just so crispy, but somehow juicy, that perfect balance. And then if you just grab a couple sauces, you're going to be in heaven.
Hey, I'm Chambray, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is how rich and cheesy it is. I just scoop the crispy top, and it's so good. It's so homey. It's like, wow, thank you. I needed that.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
And we welcome you back to Summersville. And, Bob, you were just getting clarification on the foul when Work was injured and couldn't shoot the free throw.
Yeah, and he said that Ken French did pick the free throw shooter, so Thomas Haley was in the game at the time. So officials got it right, as they do every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
I like this crew. I mean, guys, when you see guys coming here in shape and they take the game serious, and they don't make it to this level if they don't do that. So I can appreciate these guys now.
There's Gunner getting into the lane, and Haley picks up the loose ball and scores. So the lead is at 14, which equals the longest lead of the game. And here's a drive, and there's going to be a Tech foul.
Yeah, I mean, look here. Gunner Short able to get in the lane and get the shot off, and Haley there to clean up the mess.
But Tech is 251 away from winning their 14th straight game and going to 17-2. And as you mentioned, Bob, throughout the broadcast, they're ranked 23rd in the country in AI, and you would think with this win they would move up a little further.
Yeah, and I think Coach Long thinks they should be a little higher. I don't think that their conference gets the respect nationally that he feels that it should. And got a game coming up here in a week and a half, I believe, against Alice Lloyd, who's 16-0 right now. So Alice Lloyd out of Kentucky having a really good year.
And, Bob, I'm guessing that the NAIA tournament is still in Kansas City like always. Is that correct, the national tournament?
Yes, it is. And, Maris, let's test your NAIA knowledge. Alice Lloyd, former Beckley players that you talked about for years, who attended there?
You know, I knew this, but you're right. I did know that they went to Alice Lloyd, and my mind has went blank. There's nothing in there, but it goes blank. That's right. William Dillard.
That's one of them.
Yep, and William Dillard, of course, he's in the Beckley Basketball Hall of Fame.
Had a great career at Alice Lloyd, and expect those guys to be out there. But no, Beckley had a few good players attended Alice Lloyd. The game Alice Lloyd and WVU Tech coming up here shortly is going to be a big-time game, and I think a lot of people are looking forward to that game.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting as the final 2:48, and here's Tech with the ball, 13-point lead, just trying to protect the lead here.
Pippa Passa, Kentucky, Maris. Nobody ever wants to go there.
So if you're Tech, I guess here, Bob, you'll think about maybe running some clock, but maybe not. Not if you can get a layup like that to the basket.
Yeah, Gunner Short's been able to get to the basket all night. He's had a terrific game now with 21 points, 23 points.
Yeah, biggest lead of the game at 15 right here. As Clark dials up a three, and it's short.
Well, just, the game was tied, the 10-minute mark in the game, and just the difference in knowing how to win West Virginia Tech and trying to learn how to win Oklahoma City. Huge difference in the same sentence when you change one word from knowing to learning.
And, it was tied at 61, and since then, only 8 points scored by Oakland City.
Yeah.
Here's a pick and roll and a slam dunk.
Thomas Haley gets off the floor quick. Nice finish. Great pass by Short.
And, this game is going to be a little more competitive what the score is going to show as Clark on a drive puts up the shot, right lane, no good. And now if you're Tech, maybe, if you get Gunner down the lane, you got an open look here. And the three is no good. I thought maybe they want to hold it, maybe run some time off the clock, but I guess that's not how they play.
Yeah, 30-minute 35s. If it would have been a 7-point lead, they probably would have with 17. And Gunner Short's going to make that shot most times, a great shooter like that.
And here's the replay.
Nice pass.
And a nice flush two-hand jam front of the rim.
I'll tell you what, Gunner Short's had a good game. 23 points, and I'm telling you, to only be 6'6", Haley gets off the ground quick. And, and so does Ashton Parker. So that's the kind of post players Coach Long's recruits. And, Coach Long, West Virginia Tech has a decent amount of scholarships, but they're not fully funded. And that's where that 6'10" super athlete comes in to the schools like Georgetown, Kentucky, and Pikeville, Oklahoma City. Those type of schools just get that 6'10" guy that can play, where West Virginia Tech in this level get the 6'6" super athlete.
Sims made both free throws, and now there's a reach-in foul, and it'll be free throw time for Tech. But, I guess it's like on any college level, it's all about the recruitment of players. As you, and I'm sure you'll agree with this, Bob, you're much smarter when you got much better players.
Yeah, and James Long's been pretty smart the last couple of years. And I tell you, he does a good job recruiting. He does a good job offensively spacing the floor. His kids play great defense. His dad was a top AAU coach, one of them in the country. Scott Long, he had the West Virginia team for years and then a team out of Pittsburgh. And James Long gets it done. And he can play, too. Oh, he had 51 Maris in the he was the best player in the Beckley Summer League.
Wow.
This year.
Wow.
And Work was on his team. So none of them can outplay him. You just write that down.
Well, I mean, I'll take your word for it. I mean, I haven't, and this is my first opportunity. There's a foul on Tech. My first opportunity to see Tech, but I've been told by other local media how good Tech is, and now able to call Tech for the first time, and I'm seeing it for myself. This is a very good basketball team.
Very good basketball team. Fun game to watch as we look at the replay. Clark going to the basket strong, drawing the foul. But, when at practice, if they're doing something wrong, Long can put on the shoes and go out there. I was totally shocked. I don't know how Huggins didn't give him any playing time at WVU. He could play at that. He's a big-time shooter. And it's not catch and shoot. It's off the bounce.
Well, here's the thing, too, Bob, and you talk about it is fun to watch, and you would think that the style that I've seen Tech play here this afternoon on both ends of the floor would be very intriguing to a local high school player at that level to want to come and play here.
And they got to be really good.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they're at that level to be able to play here.
Oh, yeah. And then you know how smart he is on the Summer League when he plays? Guess which player off of Tech he picked to get on his team? Andrew Work, the guy that don't shoot much and drives to the hole and guards the other team best player.
Right, drives to the hole and throw it to him, right?
Just got long more shots. He's smart there, too.
But, no question, if you're a high school player in West Virginia or anywhere in the area and you're good enough to play at this level, Tech is very intriguing to play at.
Yeah, kids should really be wanting to play there.
Because I like the style of basketball, the way they play. Yeah. But obviously you got to get after it. You got to be a player to play here. Is that basket?
Jamarcus Clark, nice spin move, getting to the basket.
He's had a solid game. And Tech just really needs to just run out the clock, the final 30 seconds of this one.
Yeah, I know they're recruiting the Rygad kid, and he would be a good fit.
Yeah, he's a very good player. I did a game in which he played in. He's very good.
Yeah, he had 50 early in the year. And Tech's going to get out of here with a win after a one-point game there in the first half. Now, this is where you look at sportsmanship. Oklahoma City's still guarding him and getting after him. And, if he doesn't shoot, a good job by Hayes running out the clock.
Final score as there's the final buzzer. So 87-75, Tech goes to 17-2. They've won now 14 in a row. And for Oakland City, Indiana, they will fall to 6-15, and they've still yet to win one away from home. So we'll come back. We'll wrap this one up. You've been watching live streaming coverage of Tech basketball here on Video Productions.
Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia high school athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 199 Rogers Street, Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination. GMC, we are professional grade.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us. New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton. Or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us. New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
My feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Michaela, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is that first sip, when you taste the peppermint chip pieces, it's like catching snowflakes on your tongue. And it just feels like the holiday season has begun.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Peppermint Chip Milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. It tastes like it's just the top of the line peppermint. For me, no milkshake is topping the Peppermint Chip Milkshake.
As a former college football player, I realized that sports-related injuries can happen real fast. Hello, I'm Dr. Gross. If your child or grandchild is dealing with sports-related injuries, or maybe you're dealing with something that just won't go away, call me today and I can help you get back on the playing field. To better serve you, see us at one of our 3 locations in Beckley, Whipple, and Sophia at the numbers listed below. So take care of yourself. You deserve it.
Little General Stores has served our hometowns for decades, providing those essential needs for the road of life. The LG family goes above and beyond to ensure that your experience is an easy one. That's why they offer the LG Rewards Card, a way to earn points for free drinks, coffee, and even discounts on fuel. Rest assured, you'll leave knowing they have your needs covered. And by the way,
tell them Hug sent you.
That's right. Little General Stores, your road's neighbor.
This one's for every sports fan who just spent the entire game explaining to someone the entire game. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
At Pioneer Community Bank, your banking needs are our priority. Looking to buy a home, a vehicle, or just need a personal loan for that special project? Our loan professionals are here for you. We also offer all business banking products, which allows us to serve all your financial needs. Set up your online banking at pioneercommunitybank.com and download the mobile app for your convenience and ask about our personal and business products today. Pioneer Community Bank, investing in Southern West Virginia since 1931. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back to Summersville with Bob Boland. I'm Maris Lowry as we put the final touches on this NAIA college game here this afternoon as West Virginia Tech continues their winning ways, Bob, an 87-75 win over Oakland City from Indiana. So Tech now 17-2 and have now won 14 in a row.
Oh, great win for Tech here. 55% from the field, 47% from three-point line, and 68% from the free throw line. You know, you got to hold.
Basketball team.
It was, and without Tamon Scruggs, the big 3 was Andrew Work, Andreas Johnson, and Gunnar Short. And, you know, all 3 of them, when you look, Short, 17 shots, 24 points, about a 1.5 per shot attempt, which is very good. Johnson, 10 shots, 15 points. Again, a 1.5 per shot attempt. And then Andrew Work only attempted 8 shots and had 19 points, over 2 points per shot attempt. That is called efficient basketball. And when your big 3 is that efficient, you will leave the gym with a W.
And the overall numbers bear that out too, Bob. As Tech was 32 of 58 from the floor. Excellent shooting, 8 of 17 from downtown. Now 15 of 22 at the free throw line. I know no coach likes them at 7, but overall, as you mentioned, very efficient for the number of shots they took to what they made.
Yeah, and I think Tech playing the first half without their best player, Tamon Scruggs, struggled a little bit, but then they figured it out, and they were able to pull away with a great win.
And the one thing I like, too, the game was tied at one point at 61, and then from that point on, and you made the comment, which is so accurate, of how it's one thing to know how to win and another team trying to maybe figure out how to win, because Tech now with the win, as we mentioned, winners of 14 in a row, and Oakland that will fall to 6 in 15 have not won away from home.
Yeah, that's true. And West Virginia Tech, 23rd in the country, and hope to keep climbing.
Well, that'll wrap it up here from Summersville this afternoon. Once again, the final score, West Virginia Tech defeats Oakland City, Indiana, 87-75. Tech has won 14 in a row, as I mentioned. 17-2 is the record now, and Oakland will fall to 6 and 15. For our crew here and for Bob Boland, I'm Maris Lowry saying good afternoon, everybody, from Summersville.